Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Reds View. Of course, I am your gracious host, the one, the only J Red. I am back. Full in effect. First thing I want to say, happy Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras, ladies and gentlemen. Man, if you don't know anything about me, you know that I am from Mobile, Alabama, which is the birthplace, the originators, the home of Mardi Gras. The home of Mardi Gras. So you see, I got my bees right here representing, you know what I'm saying? Happy Fat Tuesday. Today is Fat Tuesday. So all of my Mobile people, shout out to the 251. Wish I could have been there. I was supposed to be there. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I was supposed to be there, but unfortunately, life happens, things happen, and stuff like that. So wasn't able to rock out on the float, DJing like I was supposed to, but it's all good. I'm gonna try to go next year for 2026. But shout out to everybody who's having a good time, and not just Mobile, but everywhere. The whole world celebrates Mardi Gras now. But we are the originators. We are the birthplace of the official Mardi Gras. So shout out to everybody. Happy Fat Tuesday to everybody right now who is celebrating Mardi Gras. Man, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. The channel is youtube.com/RedsView. It is going across your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. Also, shout out to all of my new subscribers. Shout out to all of y'all, man. I know a lot of y'all like the information I shared about the Bone Thugs. They're back together, all 5 members. Can't wait to see what they crack up, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all have been tuned in from that. Welcome everybody, all my BTNH fans. Shout out to y'all, and shout out to just the new subscribers in general, man. This is the home of hip hop media, Reds View, ran by me. And I'm actually gonna have a special guest that's gonna come on here because I got another thing that I'm trying to do, another joint venture I'm trying to do. So make sure that you stay tuned, man. We got a lot to talk about, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a blast, man. So again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/RedsView. And if you got your Mardi Gras beads, if you are tired from the parade and everything, just sit back, relax, because we're going to be engaged talking about a lot of stuff. Also, make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that like button or the dislike button. It is all good as long as we get some traction. We want to help out that algorithm, and we want to make sure that we get a lot of traction to grow this channel. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, so make sure that you hit that subscriber button so we can reach that threshold. But anyway, man, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the main topic of tonight. Let's talk about the main topic of tonight, which is the Drake hate going too far? Is this Drake hate going a little too far? Now, why am I asking this? All right. Now, we know that Drake and Kendrick Lamar took in a crazy rap battle. It's about to be a year. Well, yeah, this month actually kicked it off. Last March, the Like That record with Kendrick Lamar actually came out, and that started everything. So it's about to be a year. I forgot exactly what day it came out, but it's pretty much a year since the beef happened. So since that rap battle happened, Kendrick is the victor, all of that good stuff. Where are we at now? We're still talking about it a year later. So with that being said, Kendrick Lamar won. He's at the top right now. And it is what it is. He's, replaced Drake. So I'll get to that soon. But anyway, so what happened is Drake got dissed at the Oscars. So what happened is this, man. Conan O'Brien, did he host the Oscars? Y'all let me know if he hosted it, because I didn't watch it at all. But I know Conan O'Brien was at the Oscars, and he made a joke. Referring to the Drake versus Kendrick battle. And let me show you what he said. I'm not going to play the audio because I already know they probably got copyright strikes all over it. So we're just going to look at it. In case you've been hiding under a rock, it says Conan O'Brien makes a joke about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud at the Oscars. So what was said? He said, well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a PDF file. I don't want to say the actual term because I want to make sure I get monetized on this channel. But it says we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a PDF file. And then after a few seconds after the audience laughter, O'Brien added, "Don't worry, I'm lawyered up." And the line was a reference to the fact that Kendrick Lamar did say the word PDF file during his halftime performance of his smash hit, Not Like Us. All right. So that took place, and boy, oh boy, Drake's fans went crazy. The OV hoes were upset. Everybody was talking about it. Man, it was just all over the place, right? And I have my feelings towards this. Okay, so my sentiments are this. It's like, first off, I'm gonna just say this: the joke was corny to me. I think Conan O'Brien joking about the Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle, I think that it was corny. You know, he's saying that any day now, Kendrick is gonna come out and call him a PDF file. Oh, don't worry, I'm lawyered up. I've heard several jokes that are better than that one. Okay, so I think it was corny, and the other side is with him. Now, this is me. Okay, the reason I'm asking if it's going too far is that once it starts reaching the white people, you know what I'm saying? Or when it starts reaching the white audience, which I mean by it's not Kendrick's fault that Not Like Us is a smash hit, but once the white folks start making the jokes and stuff like that, Drake is still a black man at the end of the day. So I mean, I'm all here for a joke, you know, I'm not going against a joke. I'm here for a joke, but I wasn't feeling that one. I was like, okay, Drake is still black at the end of the day. So it felt like it was some racial undertones. I'm gonna just keep it a buck to it. So I'm not one of those people that are gonna join in on white folks making fun of black folks. That's just not me. Now I understand that it was in the realm of comedy. I understand that, but I'm not gonna be laughing at a black man, especially when you know the joke is about being a PDF file. You know what I'm saying? And I know the lawsuit is corny. I know the lawsuit is corny. I know that Not Like Us is the biggest record out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it just felt cheesy. It felt corny. And I didn't partake in laughing at it. I'm like, okay, that's it. Kendrick is going to call him a PDF file. Ha, 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 ha. Don't worry. I'm lawyered up. Ha, 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 ha. It's like, it was cringe. It was just like, okay, you know, I'm missing the like I thought it was corny. I thought it was corny at the end of the day. All right. And like I said, I'm not getting behind you know, public bashing of another black man. I'm not getting behind a public bashing of another black man. I am not getting behind public bashing of a black man. So, you know, that's that side, right? So let me clear the air with that. I thought it was corny. My other sentiments is that to play devil's advocate, okay? Not Like Us is the biggest record out. And I make an argument that it's the biggest rap song of all time. I made a video talking about this, so make sure that you go check it out on my channel. But all in all, I feel like you know, you can't help this because any comedian, no matter if they're black, if they're white, they're going to make a joke about this Drake versus Kendrick battle. You can't help. Not Like Us is actually on national radio, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually calling Drake a PDF file. The most biggest song in the world is calling Drake a PDF file. So you can't be mad at anybody in the realm of comedy that makes a joke about it, especially the fact that Drake has a lawsuit behind it. Nobody from hip hop culture approved of that besides the Drake stands. Okay, that was corny. You lost the rap battle. You're mad because your records didn't work going against Kendrick and you lost. You took that L. So that lawsuit is corny. So with that being said, and people and comedians taking notice of that, they're going to make jokes about it. So you can't help that, right? The other thing is, I saw all the OVHOs crying and oh my God, he called them a PDF file on this national television. Oh, on live television, he called another black man a PDF file and dot. Okay. Well, my thing is this. I'm not trying to defend Conan O'Brien. I'm just calling it like I see it. He didn't call Drake a PDF file. He didn't call Drake that. He referenced a song from a rap battle that calls Drake a PDF file. He didn't say, hey, everybody, Drake is a PDF file. Ha ha ha. He didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because people were just like, oh, Drake could really sue now. He could really be lawyered up now. It's like, no, I'm referring to a song called Not Like Us that says certified lover boy, certified, you know. So if I'm referring to that in the realm of comedy, and y'all are playing it on the radio, and you got the video got millions of views, you know what I'm saying? It's played at weddings, it's played in basketball games, football games, just everywhere. It's a national hit record worldwide. Forget national, worldwide. I'm just referring to that song, and I'm referring to the lawsuit that you have against Kendrick Lamar. So in Conan's, I don't want to defend him, but I mean, it is what it is, because if I made a joke on live television about that, are you going to condemn me for that? But anyway, he did not call him a PDF file. He referred to a song that called him a PDF file. So that's another way to look at it. And you can't be mad because it's the popularity of it. Now, like I said, I don't partake in bashing another black man, especially when it's in a room full of white folks like that, because you know what goes on with them. You know what goes on with all the people in that audience. I'll just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made me uncomfortable as a black man myself for that joke to be out there, because those are two black men at the end of the day. So I don't support that. But in the realm of comedy, it is what it is. And the reason I keep saying the realm of comedy, I have a question for all the OV hoes and all of the Drake stans that had an issue with Drake being allegedly called a PDF file, which he was not. Where's the same support for Kendrick? What about Kendrick? Where was the sympathy for Kendrick Lamar? I'm asking this question because you remember when Andrew Schultz, in the realm of comedy, made a joke about wanting to buck break Kendrick Lamar? Do you remember that? You remember that joke that Andrew Schultz made saying that he would force himself on Kendrick Lamar, and the only thing there's nothing Kendrick Lamar could do about it? You remember that? All the Drake fans, well, I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but a lot of the Drake fans at the time, what were they saying? Man, it's just comedy. It's just, he's a comedian. Ha 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 ha. Remember that? Where was that same support for Kendrick? See, because I'm on both sides. Like, I'll laugh in the culture or amongst my people, but when it comes to the dominant society making jokes about it, then I'm gonna get on code. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, I think Drake is one of the lamest guys out right now. I think that lawsuit is corny. I don't like the moves that he's made after that. But in a group full of white folks, I'm not gonna be cockeying and kikiing laughing at Drake. You know what I'm saying? Not in a group full of them, because I'm like, y'all, come on, man. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So, you know, with that being said, like I said, where's the same energy for Kendrick Lamar? My bad, y'all. Give me a second. But that's my thing. It's like, where is the same smoke with Kendrick Lamar? Shout out to Cold Chillin'. You said Drake stands are the reason this is still going. They are the ones that continue to cry. Exactly. Shout out to Karen. You said facts. Drake fans didn't have that same support for Kendrick. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we're gonna play both sides. Let's play both sides. Okay. You think the Conan O'Brien joke was corny and it was foul, you know what I'm saying? But where was that same energy for Kendrick Lamar? Because all I saw was Andrew Schultz. Oh, he was just joking. Y'all can't take a joke. Kendrick fans are so serious. Why are y'all so serious? Why are y'all playing victim and all this? But Drake can play victim when it comes to this. You see what's going on here? So I don't want to hear it, OV hoes. I don't want to hear it. And Drake decided to participate in this rap battle. I'm not going to do the whole Drake as a victim thing. Now, I do think that, you know, this is a bit extreme as far as, you know, just when I even go say extreme. I just think that the joke was corny. This joke that Conan O'Brien did, I think it was just corny. That's nothing more, nothing less. It was corny. It was cringe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm asking the family if y'all think that this is just going too far, because it's this thing called Drake hate. And I think that people want Drake to be a victim, but Drake really ain't no victim. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not going to join a group full of the dominant society. I'm not going to join the dominant society in large bulk and laugh at Drake. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that with my people and within the culture. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. All right. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Where's that same energy that y'all have for Kendrick Lamar when it came to that? Y'all wasn't trying to be like, oh, this. Let me show y'all this too, man. this is how delusional some of the Drake stands are, and this is one of academics' accounts, by the way. I saw this. This is the most ridiculous thing that I've seen from this. So academics, his page tried to compare this to Emmett Till. Look how crazy this is. It says 14-year-old Emmett Till was dragged from his house and was kidnapped and tortured and lynched by a mob full of white people after falsely being accused. Conan O'Brien today accused Drake of R-ing a minor at the Oscars, and the culture celebrated and laughed. This is what the culture feeling, lying on an innocent black man. How dare you, academics? How dare you compare Drake being called a PDF file to the lynching, the brutal lynching of Emmett Till? This is how delusional Drake fans are. The Drake stands just to make something up and compare this. But when it came to actually talking about buck breaking, a white man talked about buck breaking a black man, and y'all laughed and called it comedy. Y'all laughed and called that comedy, but Drake being called a PDF file, even though I know it's serious, you want to call that, you want to bring racism into that. This is how delusional Drake stands are, and I don't support it. I don't rock with that at all. That's some sick ish. Exactly. They're comparing Drake being called a PDF file to Emmett Till getting lynched. Ain't that ridiculous? But anyway, let's keep moving, man, because I'm gonna get pissed off. But anyway, let me touch on something else. All right. So this whole thing has been going on with Drake, in his lawsuit, which is the most corniest thing, right? But a couple of days ago, it was reported that Drake reached a settlement with iHeartRadio or iHeartMedia. Because if you know, in the lawsuit, the whole thing is he's claiming that his record label, UMG, actually paid and botted up the streams and boosted Not Like Us to be so successful and damage Drake's character. And it caused financial strain, it caused emotional strain. He had to move his kid, move his mom out of Toronto, all that stuff, right? So there was this thing going on where he reached a settlement. And all the OV hoes and academics and all of them was just talking about some, oh, see, this is a win for Drake. This is victory, 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 right? I want to show y'all how ridiculous that was, because they acted like Drake won some money. Because when everybody hears the word settlement, when you think settlement, you think money. Immediately, I think of Cassie and Diddy. Oh, Diddy, they reached a settlement, so Diddy gonna give money to Cassie. That's what happened, right? This is not what happened for Drake. And shout out to Lauren LaRosa, Brown Girl Grinding. She actually researched and cleared this up. I'm not gonna play the clip because I know Breakfast Club will definitely give me a copyright strike. But it says Drake dropped iHeart from their suit after we agreed to provide them emails showing that we were not engaged in any of the actions we were accused of. So what Drake did, he filed a petition for iHeart Radio or iHeart Media, right? And he said, y'all need to provide me proof that you did have the song boosted, or y'all took payola, or whatever the case may be, right? But they showed proof that they didn't have that. So they were accused of that. And what did Drake do? That's his settlement. Oh, okay, cool. But it was a petition. He wasn't suing iHeartRadio or iHeartMedia. So all you OV hoes who kept talking about money was not mentioned in this. Money wasn't mentioned. Drake wasn't suing for money. He did a petition. And he's suing UMG for defamation. But the iHeartMedia or iHeartRadio, that's not the same thing. So y'all can chill. You didn't know anything. And I saw academics report this because Charlemagne actually called him out saying, academics, you need to report not the fake news, but the real news. Lauren LaRosa is an actual journalist that went and researched. So what did academics do? Made like an hour-long video talking about, well, Drake dropped the lawsuit because the feds are investigating UMG and iHeartRadio. So he went on ahead and dropped out because since they investigating, you'll see what come up, man. All the excuses in the book, except for Drake is looking stupid right now. and looking foolish. Every excuse in the book. It don't matter. You OV hoes are weird, bro. Y'all are weird. Ever since Kendrick has defeated this man, y'all are looking for any kind of reason for Drake to get a victory and to make it look like Drake won. Any type of thing, man. So it's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. You said all lies, lies, lies. Exactly. All Drake and his stands are lies. It's ridiculous, man. It is like really, really ridiculous. And I don't understand like why this is, all happening, man. Like it's ridiculous, man. That's all I can say. But I want to show y'all something. Let me see if I can find it. Matter of fact, it says Kendrick Lamar is aiming to turn to #1. Okay. All right. So let me move on to this. So it says this is another topic. Kendrick Lamar has taken Drake's spot on the charts. Kendrick Lamar has taken Drake's position, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He's replaced Drake. Now, let me see if I can find that link that I want to send y'all. Yeah, hold on. Let me email this to myself because I want to show y'all. Y'all just give me a second. I want to show y'all what happened. Give me a second. I'm about to show you how Kendrick Lamar has replaced Drake. So the reason that I'm saying this is because Drake is this dominant artist, and usually when he drops an album, all the songs are charting and all this other stuff. Right now, they did chart, but I want you to take a look at this. Drake just dropped an album, ladies and gentlemen, and it debuted #1, 250 the first week, or 246 the first week, or 243 the first week, actually. Successful, considerably successful, lower numbers than usual, but considerably successful. I want y'all to get a whiff of this. Get a whiff of this. Look at this. This is for next week or this coming week, right? Hot 100, Billboard Hot 100. These are the hottest songs in the country right now. You got Luther, Kendrick Lamar, #1. This is for the second week, and I think it's challenging for a third week. You got Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Not Like Us, a song that came out damn near a year ago. Next, in a couple of months, that's #3. TV Off came out in November, like Luther. That's #4. Shout out to Shabuzi, Rose and Bruno Mars, Billie English, Chapel, Teddy Swims, and Squabble Up is at #10. Now, Kendrick Lamar has 1, 2, 3, 4 songs in the top 10 of the Hot 100. One song came out a year ago. The other songs, they came out in November. Drake just dropped an album a couple of weeks ago. And his songs, one of them debuted in the top 10, but I think it was that Give Me a Hug, already behind now. Already dropped off. No Kill was climbing, but couldn't reach #10. This is a change, ladies and gentlemen. This is a drastic change. Usually, what happens with Drake, he drops an album, every song fills up the top 10 spots. Pretty much. The top 10 going to the top 20, whatever, right? A lot of the songs will debut at #1. Typically, this time it didn't happen. So it looks like Kendrick Lamar has taken Drake's place on the Billboard charts. Ladies and gentlemen, he took his spots. See, the whole narrative was that Kendrick Lamar can't make hits. He ain't no hit maker, which was all cap from the start. But one thing I love about this GNX album is that Kendrick did this for the haters. He shut everybody up. Y'all kept saying he didn't have hits like that, which was all cap. But he proved I can make an album full of bangers, and my old catalog, my old songs are going to come back. Now, a lot of this has to do with the Super Bowl too, because he Not Like Us has had a resurgence. But keep in mind, Not Like Us was still in like the top 30, and that still came out a year ago. But for a song of that caliber to be still going #1, challenging, Kendrick had dethroned himself. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show you how major this man is. And Drake is usually the one. I don't care if this is a Drake and Party Next Door collab album, right? He's still the bigger artist, right? So how come the bigger artist isn't in the top 10 the second week after his album came out? How come Nokia ain't number one? How come Give Me a Hug ain't number two, or whatever the case may be? Kendrick has replaced Drake currently. Now, who do I think overall, as far as catalog, is the bigger artist? Of course, Drake. Man, Drake, you could have one night I went to the Graveyard, and that's a club here. I don't know if it's still open, bar, club, whatever you want to call it. And I was there, didn't even know it was Drake night. I'm telling y'all, for like 4 hours straight, they played nothing but Drake music, and it made me realize how much range this dude has. Legendary artist, one of the biggest hip-hop artists of all time, if not the biggest hip-hop artist, not the biggest rapper. I'm using that term very, very specifically. Rapper, hip-hop artist, he got that down pat. So globally, yeah, Drake has more hits, sold more records, but Kendrick Lamar ain't no joke. He was still big, but it goes to show you that he can be replaced. Kendrick just doesn't care about the fame. Kendrick don't care about the spotlight, the hit records and stuff. The hit records happen to come from the music that he makes. Because what do y'all call him? A conscious rapper trying to set the slaves free and all this other stuff. This man showed you that he can do what Drake does and do it on another level when he feels like it, at his disposal. This is something I already knew, though. This ain't new to me. What you said, Drake even had to cancel the rest of his tour. The people have spoken. He isn't number one anymore. Exactly. Yeah, he did have to cancel his tour, which it's very vague on the reason why. Hold on, y'all. I've been trying to get on, but I keep getting this error message. Ooh, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm supposed to have one of my guests come on here. I'm trying to see what she could do. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. But yeah, man, with Drake, like I said, Kendrick Lamar, yeah, man, he didn't took his spot. You said playing catch up. How was Conan taking it too far? He was the host of a pop culture event, speaking on the number one pop culture event of the year, and he wrote from The Simpsons. So, yeah, exactly. Also, consider how Schultz versus Kendrick has taken publicly. We talked about it, Zero. We talked about it. I brought that up, Zero. I damn sure brought that up. I said keep the same energy. But it's real weird how that whole tour got canceled. What do y'all think happened? From what I heard, it was a scheduling conflict, which what I'm stumped about is how come y'all didn't know that beforehand? Y'all had the scheduled dates, y'all had the tickets, you were selling tickets. So when you get to Australia, you realize, oh, well, we're going to be here for 12 days straight without a show. That all just seemed very, very weird to me. Extremely weird to me. So I don't know what that was about, man. I don't know what that was about. And y'all forgive me, I'm sending this link to my guest that's supposed to come on here. I'm gonna try to send her this other link, but yeah, man. You know how they say I can have another you in a minute, irreplaceable and all this other stuff. Kendrick Lamar proved that. He proved that, man. So yeah, for him to not have Drake just to drop an album and not have any music in the top 10, that says a lot after the second week. It says a lot after the second week. So yeah, K-Dot is number one, bro. He's number one. You said, oh, there it is. You went straight to the comparison. Yeah, yes, sir. I had to, because I saw the hypocrisy in that. I was just like, how are y'all mad? Like the Drake fans are mad about this, but I could have sworn y'all just said that Andrew Schultz was just joking. These are just jokes. And like I also said, to piggyback, go back to what I was saying, Conan O'Brien, even though I'm not for a group full of white people, the dominant society, laughing at another black man, Drake is Canadian, I know that, but he's still a black man. So I wasn't vouching for that. However, you can't be mad at it all the way because it's in pop culture, like you said. Not Like Us is a massively popular record. So how can you expect him not to make a joke about it? And like I said, he didn't call him a PDF file. Didn't call that man a PDF file at all. He just referenced the lawsuit and referenced the ongoing beef that Kendrick and Drake had. That's what he talked about. He said any day now, Kendrick Lamar is going to come out and call Drake a PDF file. I thought 0-2. I thought that the joke was corny at the end of the day. I thought it was real corny. But yeah, but it is what is with that. Now, let me ask y'all about this, man. Did y'all see the whole J. Cole versus Freddie Gibbs conversation? Did y'all see anybody talk about that? I took a week off last week because I had a lot of stuff going on. But J. Cole, he released a track called Clouds, and I did a reaction video for it. I'm so mad because I thought that he wasn't gonna officially release it, but once I put my video up there, it was getting some viewership, and then boom, they hit me with your video is blocked type, and I was like, dog, forget it. But J. Cole put out a song called Clouds, which is dope, by the way. It's a very like Bone Thugs influenced song. And I loved it. Drake, I said Drake. J. Cole was showing his lyricism and different flows and different things like that. It was real dope, right? But it got backlash a little bit from Freddie Gibbs and other people talking about some J. Cole bragging, talking about he'll turn rappers into martyrs and all this other stuff, right? So Freddie Gibbs said that. And I want to say he said something else, but a lot of people, the internet was going crazy saying, oh, Freddie Gibbs, he may not be as big as J. Cole, but I mean, he could give him a run for his money. He got a better catalog, an album catalog than J. Cole and all this other stuff. So I'm raising the question. If J. Cole and Freddie Gibbs were to have a rap battle, who do you think will win? Do you think J. Cole should participate in a rap battle with Freddie Gibbs? And while you're answering that, my whole thing is this. I know some people were just like, the whole J. Cole is right here, Freddie Gibbs is right here, right? I understand from both sides. If J. Cole doesn't feel the need to respond to a Freddie Gibbs because he has nothing to gain from it, I understand that. But I also understand Freddie Gibbs criticizing J. Cole because it's like, bro, we just saw you back out of a rap battle with Kendrick Lamar because you said that you didn't want to take it that far, whatever the case may be, and you apologize for it. All right. We can't take you serious with the tough talk no more. Now you can still be a good rapper and a beast of an MC, but you can't go around talking about turning rappers into martyrs. Freddie Gibbs, like, niggas talking about they turning rappers into martyrs. What rappers you turn into martyrs, bro? Because you ran away. You know what I'm saying? And some people feel like since you ran away, that means that you got to be able to back what you're talking about, which I understand that. Now, here's another way to look at it too. When J. Cole says turning rappers into martyrs, he could be talking about if you get on a track with me. Nah, I ain't gonna go that route. If he said you get on a track with me, he could kill the verse and my verse could be better than yours, but nah, he's not battle tested. And when it was time to be battle tested, he backed out. Now, regardless if he felt like it was going to go too far or not, it was a rap battle. I don't think him and Kendrick would have got personal like that. I think they would have got personal as far as like somebody's catalog. I think that's where it would have stopped. I don't think Kendrick would have. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it was going to go, but I heard Schoolboy Q wanted or advised J. Cole to just go ahead and back out of it. But regardless, I understand Freddie Gibbs looking at it like, hey, bro, you talking all that stuff, but hey, man, like shit, you ain't really about that. What you be talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I understood that aspect of it. You said J. Cole is never worthy of a battle after what he did last year. Just put out good tracks. Don't battle because you'll apologize the next day. Shout out to Cole. Cole chilling 661. You said, Karen, J. Cole throws ish out then hides his hands. Yes, then hides his hands for sure. A dude growing a 15-year-old boy getting mad that people are saying his favorite pop star isn't a PDF. Oh, yeah. Dog academics. Yeah. You said we can't take J. Cole serious. Now, I take J. Cole serious as an artist, rapper, right? But I knew this was going to happen. See, since I'm a J. Cole fan, since the warm-up mixtape days, I knew that he wouldn't be able to rap the same because J. Cole is a braggadocious rapper. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the first time he's been talking about killing MCs. That's been his shtick. Like, and then me as an artist myself, when I write, I feel like nobody can mess with me. I feel like nobody is as dope as me. It's an ego thing. You have to have an ego when you rap. because you're projecting, you're being that artist and you're standing out. So you got that ego. So rap is always, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I'll kill a nigga on the track. I'll do right. When you first start rapping, you're gonna say, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, right? Not unless you're just trying to make some dance turn up music, right? But you're supposed to be the number one. J. Cole can't shake that. But now, since he says it, people are going to look back at this rap battle that you were supposed to do, and you didn't fall through for it. You didn't carry the weight for it. You backed out and you apologized. So you got to live with that. Now, the thing is, it's going to be a lot of people talking smack. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know this is the thing, man. It's like, should he, if he did battle Freddie Gibbs, he could get some respect because he was like, okay, look, don't play with me, right? I'm gonna kill you on this on these records. I win the battle. Say J. Cole does win the battle. That could make him get his spot back, right? Or will y'all let me know in the comments? Will y'all say nah because Freddie Gibbs ain't that worthy of opponent? You had the biggest rapper at the time to go at, which was Kendrick, and you fell through. You fell through. But I mean, it would be dope to see J. Cole battle somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be about that, you gotta be about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but that was real interesting. Okay, let me check on this girl, see if she's ready. Still hadn't said anything, so I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, now let me talk to y'all about this, man. RIP to our legendary, vibrant, man, this woman feels like a mother to me. Angie Stone. RIP to Angie Stone, man. Angie Stone actually performed at Mardi Gras in a Mardi Gras event at the Grand Marshal Ball in Mobile, Alabama. I didn't know about that, but she passed away in a car crash. All right. She passed away in a car crash coming from coming from Mobile, but it was in Montgomery. From my understanding, she was in a Sprinter van and a truck hit her, allegedly a 18-wheeler hit her, and it was 9 passengers in the car, but she's the only one that died in there. All right. Now, the reason I have this title up, and first of all, let's give her flowers, okay? Angie Stone made some of the best records ever, and I think the most important record she made, as far as I'm concerned, is Brother. Black brother, strong brother. I want you to know. That right there always has made me feel empowered as a black man. At the time when society and the world can talk ish about us and, you know, crap on us and different things like that, and we're living in a system of white supremacy and all this stuff, having a song like that really is monumental. That song is played at church services, Father's Day events, graduations. That song has lived forever and will continue to live forever. She made one of my favorite songs by her is No More Rain. That's when I first heard of who she was. But anyway, not only was she one of the crafters of the neo soul movement, all right, not only was she that, let me give you a history lesson. She was in the first hip hop girl group, actually. Yeah, she was a part of the foundation of hip hop. She's a hip hop pioneer. For those that didn't know, go check out her videos with Vlad. She talked about that in her interview. Because she's from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. That's where my people from. The Haynes crew. They're from Columbia, South Carolina. But a lot of hip hop's roots came from the Carolinas. If you didn't know that, yes, it was the Mecca that started hip hop. But as far as putting a name on it, but hip hop had roots in the South, and Angie Stone was a part of the hip hop crew. She wrote for the Sugar Hill Gang. Did y'all know that? Oh yeah, because she went by Angie B, if I'm not mistaken, back then. That's something that I didn't know. So no, she just wasn't a singer in the neo soul movement. She was a part of a rap crew and was a hip hop pioneer. So giving her flowers. Shout out to Angie Martinez. I said Angie Martinez, Angie Stone. I'm so used to saying Martinez behind that, but shout out to Angie Stone. Okay, you say you got a lot of family in South Carolina. Yeah, we might be cousins. We might be cousins. But yeah, but the reason I'm bringing up mysterious death, and I have that in all caps, I'm gonna play y'all a video that she made a couple of months ago, and I did not know about this up until recently. Angie Stone made a video calling out Universal Music Group over her royalties, ladies and gentlemen, the mechanical royalties. Now, I know it's early and different things like that, but anytime somebody prominent that dies, that's black, especially artists, and you got to put your tinfoil Koofy hat on sometimes. So without any further ado, let me play y'all when she went on her live. I'm gonna play y'all what she said. This was months ago. And let's see.
End of the day,
y'all listen to this. We're gonna watch this and then just try to break this down.
End of the day, after 40 something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there's several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to. People that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I'm truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time. Because if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, monies that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people.
Let's keep watching. Look at this video.
I have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem? Or my problem?
Strong, okay? Now, if you seen what she said that she was gonna get her royalties, like she was going after that. So it's just very strange that she just said that a couple of months ago. And all of a sudden now she ends up passing away in a car accident with 9 people, but she's the only one. That's strange. Now, I'm not saying that the music industry did take her out, but it does raise a level of concern that ironically, she's talking about getting her royalties and all this other good stuff, right? Around it, and then shortly after that, she gets into a car crash. Now, do accidents happen? Yes. I've lost a frat brother a couple of years ago over a car crash. Car accidents do happen, ladies and gentlemen. Of course they do. We've had loved ones that have died from car crashes due to drunk driving, whatever the case may be. So those do happen, right? But it's just very ironic that this is happening. And this has been a pattern with black artists, okay? When Prince, do you remember? We still don't know how Prince died. I've heard like 8 different things, and I'm not BSing with you. I've heard like 8 different things of how Prince died. But when he had signed to get his masters back, did a new deal with Warner Brothers, what happened? He ended up dying, right? Michael Jackson, he was going on the road to get his money straight. What happened? The doctor ended up killing Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was killed, wasn't just an overdose, whatever. That man was killed. That doctor killed Michael Jackson. And you have a repeated history. Like, from my understanding, Whitney Houston, she was about to do some deal, or she signed a new deal and was about to get like her master's or something like that. She died in a bathtub. So I'm bringing this up because this seems to be a repeated pattern. And I had no idea. And just think about this. Everybody was very shocked. I was extremely shocked with Angie Stone because I love, how did she die? Okay, she was 61. And I'm thinking maybe it was health related stuff, but they said it was a car accident. I said, okay, well, that happens. But then they say she was in a Sprinter van and it was 9 people in there, but all just out of the 9 people, she died. Now, I still need to research and see everything what happened. Accidents do happen, but the fact that she was trying to go and get the royalties and get the payments, you know, all of this happens. And I was talking to my homeboy today, and he was just saying, well, you know, why would they want to take her out? You know, because she's not she's not relevant musically. She wasn't relevant musically, like meaning she wasn't out there and a top star, right? And I said, well, that might give people more of a reason to actually try to do some foul play, to be honest, because it could just look like a natural thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it was an accident, whatever the case may be, you know. But I just found it very ironic. It's like, hey, we don't feel like paying and all this other stuff. So if we do this, boom, we're good. So I just found that very strange. Very strange. So what do y'all think about it? Did y'all hear about that? After what I played for you, how do you feel about that, man? This just has been like repeated things that have happened when people want to get their royalties or their masters in their later years. And all of a sudden, just stuff like this happens, you know? So I found that very weird, man. Very weird. But nonetheless, RIP to our sister Angie Stone. Angie Stone, man. It brought tears to my eyes hearing Black Brother the other day. That's how tragic it is, man. So, you know, shout out to my South Carolina family and stuff like that, man. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think about that. And I always call things like this out. Anytime something happens to a famous Black person or something like that, randomly, like it just makes me, it makes me wonder, like, okay, well, what's going on with it? Like, it makes you want to research and stuff like that, like, and see what exactly happened. But let me go on to this, man. Now, this is important. This is another thing, man, that I wanted to talk about, man. I want to ask y'all this. What is wrong with Neo's polygamous relationship? Now, let me give some context to it, because I was watching this just from afar and not really in tune with it. I know Neo has been talking about this polygamous relationship for like the past couple of years. So from my understanding, Neo was married. He was cheating on his wife. Y'all should know this by now, right? But he appeared on some podcast and he was talking about how he was comfortable introducing his children to his girlfriends and all that, right? So I found it kind of strange that people reacted to it in the way that they did. Now, people are tripping about his polygamous relationship because he said that his kids are introduced to his girlfriends. All right. He's like, and I want to play the clip, but I don't want to get a copyright strike. But he's saying, hey, this girl right here, she's going to cook you breakfast. This is going to cook you dinner, whatever the case may be. Right. And a lot of people were just like, oh my God, he's introducing his kids to his girlfriend and all this other stuff. And the level of concern came from his ex-wife. Like, his ex-wife was pretty much saying what Neo is doing isn't polygamy. All right. What he's doing is just having sex with different women and keeping them around and introducing them to the children. I'm paraphrasing, right? So my thing is this, and I'm asking y'all, I'm asking my family, like, what do y'all think about this? My thing is this. It's like, from when Neo is explaining it, right? He's saying, hey, I tried the whole monogamy thing. Didn't work for me. I cheated. I did all this. So I just want to live in my truth. Some people feel like he's overdoing it. Some people feel like he's closeted. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like he got sugar in his tank. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better terms. Some people feel like he's doing that as a disguise to be a straight man. You know what I'm saying? Now, it is what it is with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just taking it for face value. Him saying that he's a heterosexual man that lives in a polygamous lifestyle. I have no issues with that. I don't see the problem with that at all. If he wants to introduce his girlfriends or his wives and their sister wives or whatever to his children, I mean, I don't see the problem with that. Polygamy still happens outside of America. See, in Western civilization, they tell us, hey, one man, one woman, you get married. That's what they say. But Historically, you've seen men that have multiple wives. You've seen that all the time. And you want to know the real truth? A lot of y'all are in polygamous relationships. Ladies, a lot of y'all in polygamous relationships. If you a baby mama and your baby daddy got other kids, you're in a polygamous relationship. To be honest, if you want to be technical about it, right? But let's go back. The surface of it, him introducing his kids to his girlfriends that are in his life, I don't see an issue with it. Now, if these girlfriends are here today, gone tomorrow, he's just trying to smash, I don't agree with that. But if that's his lifestyle, children are raised in polygamous relationship homes, like in Africa and different continents and different cultures. That it takes a village. It's more than one woman that helps because the man is the provider. The man has the money and the man has the businesses and runs the village and stuff like that. So he has multiple wives, So historically, it's the thing that happens. But for his ex-wife to say what she said about it not really being polygamy and everything like that, it's like he just living like a bachelor lifestyle. I don't agree with that part of it, right? But on surface level, if I'm a man that tried to do the whole monogamy thing, it didn't work for me, and now I have my kids, I'm just keeping it a buck with them, saying, hey, dad got multiple wives, dad got multiple girlfriends, this is Sarah, this is Megan, this is Cardi. You know what I'm saying? And the children just see it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the child seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other, play devil's advocate, I heard people talking about this. Well, J Red, how would you feel? How would you feel if your daughter came home and said, Dad, I'm in a polygamous relationship, I'm in a polygamous marriage, whatever the case may be? Me personally, no, I would not want my daughter to be in a polygamous relationship. I wouldn't want that. However, I understand how things work. And it's because of how I was raised, I wouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm going to be one of them protective dads and stuff like that. I would rather her have just her and a man. But I understand that she will be grown and it is what it is with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I decided to do that, like say I was married, ended up getting a divorce, and say, you know what, I just want a polygamous relationship. I want a polygamous lifestyle. I'm not hiding that from anybody. I'm coming to you to the table, telling you this is what I want. I don't see an issue with that. I don't see an issue with that at all. But I wouldn't want it to be my daughter, but I would have to charge it to the game and understand it is what it is. Because a lot of times, you want to know why men cheat? A lot of the times, let's get deep for a minute. A lot of times men cheat because they don't want to be honest with their significant other. See, we actually have intercourse different. Our intercourse is different from y'all, ladies. It is what it is. We have intercourse different from y'all. Let's get technical. I mean, a dude, when we have intercourse with a woman, it's not 9 times out of 10, it ain't no feelings involved. We're in and out. We get that rush and we're good. We do our thing. With y'all, it's more intimacy. That's why typically y'all not finna just do it with just anybody. But with a guy, you always see it. You say, oh, you a player, you this, you that. It is what it is. Let's stop BS and we're grown. We know how this thing works. So the reality of it is, y'all get mad if a man will say, hey, let's say y'all will get mad if a man cheats on his woman, his wife, whatever the case may be. Y'all get mad at that. So when a man says, hey, I know that monogamy thing ain't for me, let me just go ahead and be polygamous, y'all want to turn your nose at it. And what gets me is that you women, some of y'all women will be on here talking about something must be wrong with that girl if she wants to be in a polygamous relationship. Something, they must mentally be something wrong with them, or they're depressed, they don't really love themselves. No. How about that's a man of value that has money, resources, knows how to do everything right. She wants a piece of him just like you want a piece of him as well. Let's be sister wives. Instead of him sneaking off having sex with me and having sex with you, Let's be sister wives. Let's be in a polygamous relationship. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do that. Now, that don't mean we have to have intercourse all together and it's a big Diddy party, but you know, it's comfortable. It's comfortability. And a lot of y'all do it anyway. You do it anyway. You just don't like the label of it. You don't like the label of it. And that's the way we were raised. That's the way we were raised. What you say, Neo relationship is his business. At least he's straight up with them. And the lady's not cheating, hiding stuff behind her back when he releasing a new album because R&B is a little boring right now. Yeah, that's true. You said when he did that internet radio concert and gave a man his scarf and a woman his hat, we didn't need to know no more about Neo. Shout out to Jessica Sims in the building. Shout out to Jessica Sims. Men cheat because they don't believe that they can be valuable enough to be honest about being that guy. My point exactly. You know, you said men cheat because they aren't willing to accept that they are okay. More than one partner. Yeah, exactly. It's like we have intercourse different from y'all. And I want to say the sex word, but you know, they'll try to not demonetize me, but they'll try to limit it, you know, for ads. I got to get that monetization in for ad placements and stuff like that. But we're talking real, man. We're talking real. Ladies, how many times have you been in a relationship or you witnessed a relationship where the guy cheats? Usually that's what happens. You want to know what's going on through that guy's mind? You could have the greatest poom poom in the world. Like Eddie Murphy said, you could have a Superman cape flying out of it, hanging out of it just like this, hanging out of it just like that. Right? Hunching. Yeah, we call it hunching. That man may want to have a taste of something else. He may want to have a taste of something else. So if he's coming and saying, hey, man, I want 3 women, and not just on a hunching thing, he just wants 3 women to have around. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I can go to her for intercourse. I can go to her for insight, and she can cook and she can assist me or whatever the case may be. I make the money. You know what I'm saying? And I like to have intercourse different. It don't matter what the case is. If he says, if I have 3 women, I'll be satisfied. I ain't going to step outside of this polygamy. What is the problem with it? What is the problem? Now, if you say, hey, he's trying to trick the people and his actual lifestyle is playing for the other team, you know what I'm saying? If he's moist, I get that argument and stuff like that. But a lot of y'all, even if a fully straight man is in a polygamous relationship, y'all gonna have something negative to say about it, ladies. So I think it's that man's business. I don't think it's a problem with it. And I don't think it's a problem introducing his kids to it either. I don't think it's a problem because some people are like, oh, they influence them to try to do it. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all acting like this hasn't happened before. You acting like in history there hasn't been polygamy. You know, like you're acting like that has not happened. That ain't a real thing. That is real. And some people adjust to it and they live great lives while you over here still looking for a man. You can't get one man and you mad because she has her man that's committed to, that's dedicated to her and a group of other women. At least she's being taken care of. That's all I'm saying. So I got no problem with Neo doing this thing when it comes to that. No problem with it whatsoever. I'm just keeping it a buck. Shout out to Jessica. So let's talk about something else. And I want to switch gears for a minute. Let's talk about something very important outside of that. So I'm asking the question, why the blackout boycott was a fail? Now, the blackout boycott. You remember February 28th, this past Friday, when social media took the world by storm by saying there's going to be a blackout on February 28th. Don't buy anything but something black. Don't shop at Target. Don't shop at Walmart. We need to show our economic strength. We need to boycott because of all the DEI programs that are rolled back. Okay. You know what? I saw that in the beginning of this, beginning of February. We're in a new month. I saw that and laughed at it. Literally laughed at it because I knew it was BS. While it was a fail, why was it a fail? Okay. I'll tell you the number one reason why it was a fail. Because from my understanding, people wanted to boycott because of DEI. DEI, right? that affects black people, right? That affects us, right? First off, we didn't benefit off DEI like you think that we did. You can research it. White women benefited off DEI more than us. Hispanics benefited off DEI more than us. But the biggest reason that I say that this was a fail from the get-go, I saw on Friday a lot of people on my Facebook, mainly Facebook, going back and forth, arguing back and forth. Y'all are coons if you don't want to participate in this. Y'all Sambos. How Harriet Tubman would have shot some of y'all or most of y'all, all this other stuff. Y'all are talking about boycotting because of DUI, but your asses are on Facebook. You're on Instagram. Did you delete your Instagram? Did you delete your Facebook? Well, let me put you on game. Meta rolled back their DEI programs. They rolled back the DEI programs back in January. That is common sense. You can look this up. It's research. Just Google it. But y'all were talking about boycotting Target and all this other stuff while you're on this blue app. You didn't delete the app, did you? All on Instagram, calling people out, bickering back and forth, making change. I saw people post receipts of supporting black-owned businesses. Hey, that's dope. I'm all for that. I'm all for that, period. But y'all don't even know what you are boycotting. You are on this social media app that rolled back the DEI programs, yet you want to talk about Target. Don't do nothing but buy stuff black and da-da-da-da. Let me tell you why else it was a fail. There was no clear message, right? I saw people say at first of all, they said Al Sharpton ran it. But I saw people at first say, hey, don't shop at Target, shop at Costco, meaning one oppressor to the other oppressor. I saw that was one thing. Then I saw different posts saying only do black-owned businesses. I saw some people, it was no direct thing. I saw different things. So I'm like, okay, is it just black-owned stuff? Is it just black-owned products? Because Target sells black-owned products. So wouldn't that mean that those black, the black store, the black people that created those products that are on Target shelves, wouldn't they suffer too in the name of DEI? So it was all over the place. No clear message. It wasn't structured, right? I heard like 5 different things of what people were boycotting, and all y'all did was argue on Facebook all day. And then it was dumb because a lot of people did their shopping at Target and all those places beforehand. So Friday you sat out, and then Saturday you want to go back and do it. Do you think that people already did know in those corporations saw, okay, the blacks, they doing this, they doing that. Y'all gave them the money already and decided to stay your ass at home and then go back and shop. Ineffective. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. You done slick called these folks out today. Sure did. Yes, ma'am. You know they can get you for economical terrorism for boycotting. Oh no, I didn't know that. But nah, man, it was a lot of people looking real foolish. And what I did, I posted on my Facebook the Michael Jackson popcorn meme when he over there, going like this in the Thriller video. Because I'm like, I let all of y'all get that out on Friday. Some people were even trying to come at my throat. Pause. They were trying to come at me. And then I said, I'm just sitting back watching all this, just the ignorance, all the ignorance. So what I did Saturday morning, I woke up and I said, all of y'all who was boycotting yesterday, arguing back and forth, do you realize Meta rolled back DEI programs? Are you going to delete that? You didn't delete that, did you? You didn't even do your full research. All you saw was text messages and different flyers going around and just say, buy black, don't shop here, don't shop there, with no clear, direct insight. And you kept the blue app. You kept the Instagram, but want to go off on me for calling it crazy. Man, if y'all don't sit down, man, all of y'all, y'all looked a fool. Y'all look foolish on Friday. I'm just keeping it a buck. And then shout out to my homeboy PM. DJ PM was just like, okay, so what should we do? Well, one thing, if you're going to do it, you shouldn't be on social media, those social media platforms that roll back the DEI if you want to be effective towards that. And then people were talking about it's a start. It's a start. Yeah, it could be a start. Hey, man, if y'all want to say let's just buy black owned stuff. I am all for it 100%. But you also got to think about this too. If you say don't shop at Walmart, do you understand where Walmart is? Where a lot of these Walmarts are located? A lot of these Walmarts, and I live in Atlanta, they're located in a lot of these urban areas, to where, like, if you say don't, like right now, if everybody say, man, just buy black, do we have black owned gas stations in large bulk? Do we have black owned grocery stores in large bulk? Do we have black owned warehouses that sell stuff like Sam's and all this stuff, essential things that we need? Do we have that? No, we don't. So it's easy to say, hey, don't shop at Walmart. I don't live on that side of town where Walmart is the only resource people have to groceries. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell a mother. And then y'all decide to do the last day of the month too, which was stupid. Taxes just came and all this other stuff. People just got their tax refund, tax returns. So the thing is, you can't tell that single mother that got 4 kids that has to wait to get paid on the last day to not shop at Walmart, because she's not able to live on the side of town that you live at. She's not close to any black-owned gas stations and black-owned grocery stores and stuff like that. What would be effective is if you give a list of where to actually shop. Whoever is organizing it, constructing it, you give a list of where these black-owned places are, helping people get transportations to get there. Meaning, if people complaining and stuff, you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna rent a Sprinter van. We're gonna rent Sprinter vans and we're gonna drive around and get everybody what they need for a week straight, so we can do this blackout. That's effective. That's what you do. You have to give alternatives and not just say, hey, don't shop at Sam's, go shop at Costco, because they didn't roll back their DEI programs. I thought it was supposed to show the effects of the black dollar. It's different ways that you can do this, but it's not easy to just say only shop black owned. Now, I want it to be that, because the more that we put into these black owned stores, also black owned products and things like that, they can pour back into the community, and then we'll be straight to open more businesses and stuff. But y'all don't want to do that on the regular. Y'all wait till something bad happens, or something that you seem to think something bad that happens, and then you want to say, oh yeah, let's boycott, after your ass then went and shopped, got everything that you needed just to sit out one day, and you call yourself pro-black from that. Just because you spent money at a black-owned barbecue joint or a black-owned restaurant, that made you feel good about yourself. I did that for one day. Don't talk about it, be about it. How about be about it 24/7 if you're able to? If you can afford to go at these black-owned spots, how about you do that and don't shop at these other places? Just shop black-owned if it's that easy. Y'all love symbolism too much, and I ain't got time to play with y'all when it comes to that. Know who you talking to and know what you getting at, because I've seen things effective before. I was one of the ones that wanted to. You remember when Colin Kaepernick took a knee? When he took a knee and we wanted to boycott the NFL, it was quite a few of y'all who was like, I ain't finna stop watching football. I ain't finna stop doing that. Y'all asses didn't want to do that. Supporting a black man that wanted to stand up for the country. All he did was kneel. You thought it was stupid. But now, since you think that it's affecting black people, the DEI programs and stuff like that, and y'all ridiculous, man. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just a guy with a podcast. That's all I know, right? One last thing I want to cover before I get up out of here. To all my wrestling fans, did y'all see John Cena turn heel? Did y'all see John Cena turn heel? Man, we are back in the Attitude Era with WWE. We are back in the Attitude Era with WWE, man. It happened at Elimination Chamber, and nobody saw it coming. I was so mad because I had a DJ that night. I hate the fact that WWE does their PLEs, pay-per-views on Saturdays. Friday and Saturdays, I typically have to DJ, so I can't be there. So I couldn't see the live reaction from it. I had people text on my phone, and I was so mad. Went back and watched it. It was monumental, though. It was crazy. Turning heel. Turning heel means bad guy. You're a bad guy. So a good guy, meaning the people that you cheered for, the wrestlers, those are called faces or baby face. You're baby face, you're a face. Heel means that you're evil, you're the bad guy. That's what it is. Shout out to my LBDB. You said I don't know what to say. My money going to who will take it. So if brother man want to charge up $5 for soap and Wally Weir got it for $2, I mean that's the economy that we're in. People don't be thinking about that. But yeah, John Cena, man, he turned heel, and the reason that there's so much significance for this is because for the last 20 years he's been a baby face, a good guy. He was supposed to turn heel back in 2012, but Vince pulled the plug on that because WWE had got like super corporate at that time. So that was the biggest star. So I understand why he didn't want to do it, but it's amazing to see. That's something that we didn't see was going to happen. And the fact that this is his last year wrestling. This is his farewell tour, and he turned heel. Y'all need to go look it up, man. He kicked Cody Rhodes in the balls, man. That was crazy. He said Cena's heel turn is necessary, especially if he uses this to break Rick's record. Exactly. He's talking about Ric Flair. Ric Flair holds the title for the most championship wins, world heavyweight championship wins at 16. If John Cena wins, he's going to break that record. He's going to break that record. He's fighting Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. You said I had to post work on social so I get spoiled from Jade to Cena. I was pissed. Yeah, man. I hate that, man. I wish they would go back and do these pay-per-views on Sundays, man, because that's typically when I'm free, and that's traditionally been what it is. Y'all remember back in elementary school, we used to watch it or watch the little scribbly channel. We used to watch the little scribbly channel and talk and see the pay-per-view, and then Monday we get there to school and we talk about what happened at the pay-per-view. Those were the days. But now it's Saturday, which it is what it is. But typically I'm out on a Saturday and a Friday. But this is just as big, not bigger, but just as big as when Hulk Hogan turned heel and went with the NWO. You said, is Cena gonna be Thugonomics Cena to allow him to work with more rappers? I doubt that. I don't think he's gonna be Thugonomics. If you ask me, I think Cena. Go and look up an interview where he talked about turning heel. I forgot what podcast or show it was on. He had a suit on. He talked about he recorded a song actually for his heel turn. Go and look that. I forgot what it is, man. I have to see if I can find that clip. But yeah, he ain't gonna be Thugonomics though. That's when he was a heel, a bad guy, and he was doing the Word Life Thugonomics thing. I don't think he's gonna go back to that gimmick. It's gonna be real interesting to see though. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Oh yeah, I already knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, you said, how do you feel about the Rock and Cena shadow government vibes? That is what really has me intrigued about this, because the Rock is the new Mr. McMahon. He's cool and smooth with it, but his angle is the new Mr. McMahon right now. So that's real interesting. What other questions you got? Shout out to everybody in the room right now. As I'm looking right now, it says Kendrick Lamar's GNX is aiming to return #1 Billboard 200 with 92,000 units. Party Next Door and Drake, some sexy songs for you. Closely challenging. Okay, that'll be interesting. But yeah, DB, if you still here, did you go home for Mardi Gras? And Jessica, did you go home for Mardi Gras? Or are you already at home for Mardi Gras? You said, how long until Jacob Fatu goes solo? Oh, goes versus solo, and will Fatu be an agent for The Rock? That'll be interesting if he's working for The Rock. From my understanding, Jacob Fatu will be fighting Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania. But we'll have to see if he's going to be an agent for The Rock. They've been talking about a third man coming because, The Rock has been doing the whole 3 thing. So I don't know. That'll be interesting. I know one thing. I wasn't really looking forward to WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? Up until now, when that happened, I said, oh, I'm eyes glued. I was going to watch it anyway, but it is what it is. You said, hell no, we got class and practice. Damn. Yeah, man. I was supposed to DJ on a float. I had 2 offers. All right. Y'all remember I was talking about that earlier. I had 2 offers and I declined one of them because Beasley, I was supposed to be on Beasley's float, but that didn't come to fruition. That didn't come to fruition. I'm gonna just leave it like that. But it is what it is. Shout out to Beasley, man. Shout out to everybody having a good time in Mobile. You said sadly no adults in college this year, and I'm still not okay about it. Yeah, it really hits you when you watch the stories. Oh my God, it was killing me. It was already getting me on Sunday. It got me yesterday, and then I saw Fat Tuesday. I was like, oh man. That's why I got my beads. I'm like, man, I got a Mardi Gras tree here at the crib. DB, last time you came over, we didn't take the Christmas tree down. We just made it a Mardi Gras tree. So we got that up, man. But it really crushed me. Anytime, y'all got to understand, man, if you from Mobile and even some of the New Orleans folks, I'm quite sure when you're away from the city, your hometown, and you see people having a good time at Mardi Gras is such a fun holiday, man. Such a fun time with your family. We're more family oriented, meaning you ain't finna see women show their chest for show their chest for beads and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I really wish I could have been there, but it's always next year. It is always next year. You said I'm used to missing Mardi Gras now. Yeah, true. For a while, I wasn't going to Mardi Gras for a while. Like when we was at Jackson State and stuff like that, I had just started going back in the last few years, to be honest. But I love it. I love it more as an adult than I did as a kid, for sure. You said our people look damn good. I felt all the yes, they did. Yes, they did. You said, damn, Beasley would have been a good look. Beasley, like Beasley Media, right? Nah, my homeboy, one of my best friends, Beasley, Quentin Beasley. Shout out to Quentin Beasley. If you see a bald head dude with a very shiny head, he looks like John Stalley. If you see a bald head dude from Mobile with a beard that looks like John Stalley, that probably is Beasley. That's probably Beasley. Yeah, if you see a man, and he lives in Jacksonville, Florida. So if you see that man in Jacksonville and he looks like John Stalley, yeah, that's probably, he's not as tall as him, but if I'll show you a picture, that'll be him. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody who joined me today, man. I was supposed to have Miss P from Talks with P. I don't know what happened to her link or whatever that I sent her, but we had a good time nonetheless. Again, happy Fat Tuesday, happy Mardi Gras. Y'all will see me again. Follow me on all social media platforms if you have not already at JAYR3D. Got some more stuff in the works, so make sure that you stay with my page and you'll be updated on everything like that. But again, shout out to Jessica, shout out to DB, shout out to Zero, shout out to Karen. If you're still in here, shout out to Cold Chillin 661, and shout out to my replay gang that'll be here. My replay gang, shout out to all of y'all, man. I have a blast with y'all each and every week. I had to take the week off last week, get some stuff done, but man, we back at it. But yeah, man, been on here for a while. Shout out to everybody, man. Follow me. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/ResView is going across your screen right now if you have not already. And if you really feel the love, contribute to the super chat. Contribute to the super chat. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $5. Make it $10. But contribute to the super chat so we can keep this channel going and growing and all this other stuff. I love kicking and chopping it up with y'all. Make sure that you share this video on Facebook. If you watch it right now, hit that share button for me. It's only free 99. Just share it. Just hit that share button, hit the like button, all that good stuff. All right, man. This is J Red Resview, and I'm getting up out of here. Peace.